computer on because she sent me a screen grab of the goats watching me on the computer. There's a wee goatee just like sneaking over the top there. There she is. Oh, she's coming in.
Hi,
how you doing, darling?
I'm good. How are you? Hold on.
Not too shabby. So, so everybody, I wanted to. The reason I wanted to show you this is we've all had conversations about what you're doing during coronavirus. How are you adapting? You know, do you have new plans? Have you been furloughed? My wife was furloughed from. She was the program director, or is the program director at a big.
You're right there. I'm the director of programming at the Broad Stage in Santa Monica, and I am about to be furloughed, and carry on.
And so Carolyn came up with this incredible idea to do goat tea parties, where we set up the picnic table and we get, you know, people pay good money to tune in and watch goat tea parties. And when she started it, I was like, sure, love, you crack on, absolutely, have fun. That sounds like a great idea. And then within a couple of days, she was making more than me. I was like, so can I get in this action? Can I help? Can I be your second employee? Or But it's been a lot of fun. You love those goats, don't you?
I do. So let me be a guest. Hold on.
Please.
Yeah.
So tell us about your goat tea parties.
Yeah. So my husband, who's lovely, gave me a goat for my birthday last year, and as happened to all of us during the coronavirus, sudden like quarantining at home, I found myself having to be on Zoom meetings, trying to save the world, not knowing what's coming next. And I also have a 6-year-old, and she was having tea parties with the goats, sometimes in the middle of my meetings. And a friend joked that, you should do that and offer your goats as a Zoom business. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a try. Kieran helped me make a website. And the next thing I knew, as Kieran said, people were booking the goats for birthday parties. We've done corporate, what I call professional development sessions for companies.
Tell them why you call it that.
Well, you know what? It makes people feel good. And when you're, you
said that you can't put it on an invoice when they're invoicing.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're going to invoice, you know, in your corporate company, and you know, you're doing this to make your company, you know, your employees feel better and relax a little bit, it kind of falls under, you know, staff lunch or, you know, professional development. So yeah, so that's what's on the invoices for companies like Adobe or Spotify. And then for birthday parties, it's birthday parties. You know, we've done Girl Scouts. I think the funnest ones have been adult birthday parties, because no one really expects to be given the gift of goat. And it's been really, really fun and a really joyful way to reimagine a way to be. I mean, you have to be inventive during this time or you just lose your mind.
Yeah. For me, part of the enjoyment has been sort of hovering in the background and listening in and watching and seeing some of these girls, you know, like, I'm saying not just girls, but there's like teenagers and women in their 50s and, you know, professional people losing their mind over watching you feed goats.
Well, you know what's cool is everyone's working from home, right? So we're all pretending we've curated these little frames that look like we're working in an office. But meanwhile, people have kids, their dogs are barking, someone's just thrown up, but you just act like you're working. And what's been cool is you watch people in a corporate setting have their sort of, the frame melts and the family folds in and suddenly you see the whole family enjoying barnyard animals. And it's sweet and strange, I know. I'm being mobbed here.
So what's your next plan with the animals and with your goat tea parties? Do you have expansion plans?
Well, we were looking at, as you know, a miniature donkey, but I'm not really sure. And then I'm also quite interested in perhaps adding a baby alpaca. So, and the reason a baby is we really would like animals in the backyard that we can train. We got Angus and Cece as babies. Angus was super shy when he first arrived, and now he'll might even do it. No, probably not. Right here. No, right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
good boy.
From me.
Good boy.
He didn't really enjoy having the bandana put on, but you know,
right.
everyone has to have a mask ready during the coronavirus.
Absolutely. And then very quickly, darling, could you explain what kind of goats they are?
Oh yes. So these are Tennessee fainting goats. This is CC, which is short for chocolate chip. This is Angus. And what's interesting about them is when they get startled, when the adrenaline courses through their muscles, they have double muscling in their legs, and they freeze. Woo! And when they freeze, if they have any momentum at all, if they're moving forward, they just fall over. They don't actually faint. They don't lose consciousness. And as I was saying to a friend, it's more embarrassing and inconvenient than painful.
Yeah.
And they don't really faint anymore around us because they're so comfortable. If a helicopter goes overhead or something like that, then they'll both just suddenly like and tip over. Yeah, they're good. They're good wee goats. And this breed is actually technically an endangered species. There's only about 10,000 of these goats in existence, and that's largely because it's a relatively new breed. They're a meat goat rather than a dairy goat, and they were kept with herds of sheep, and they are, sorry, I'm seeing the chat, and it's really funny.
No, well, that's the thing. Tommy said, are they paying their rent? And they actually are.
They are. They're paying for their own Cheerios. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. They're very sweet.
Oh, yeah, they are.
And it's been really cool. They have a bit of a following. They've done music classes with students at USC. A composer hired them to do a little scene with our toy piano. Like, the goats are available to, excuse me, to do whatever you like, really.
Goats, not fainting goats.
She was so inspired, she made a whole series of postcards of goats doing musical things. And now she sells postcards, and our goats are featured on one of them. So it's cool. Bless you.
Well, thank you very much, darling. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
I do want to just say there is one comedy film that has held up over all time. The Princess Bride is still funny and will continue to be funny through all time.
Inconceivable.
Absolutely true.
I'll let you go, darling. Thank you very much for joining us.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.